Still good? Okay. Ay, 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 ay. All right. When you guys get a chance, crawl into child's pose for me. And take the journey that your body needs to take to get there. Nothing abrupt to the knees or the hips. And then just elongate your breath. As you elongate your breath, elongate the length of your arms just a little bit. And then drag your hands, maybe one at a time, back just a touch. And see if your hips could go ever so slightly back as well. And take one more breath. From there, ease your way to your tabletop. Slide your hands beneath your shoulders. Bring the knees right in under your hips. And then stretch your left leg back behind you. Take a gentle calf stretch. And equalize the pressure into the palms of both hands. Close your eyes. Take a very deep breath in. As you exhale it out, shift to hover that left leg up to hip height behind you. Draw another deep breath in. And as you exhale, draw the knee in toward the nose, round through your spine. Inhale, stretch back through the leg, forward through the crown. Exhale, draw the knee in. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. And then bring that left leg back behind you, bring the toes down, bring your right foot out, bar gate pose, just open to the left hand goes high. Left arm slides alongside the ear, anchor more firmly into your left foot. Now start to turn your chest back down toward the mat as you release the left hand back to its tabletop placement. Come back to your tabletop. Be gentle on your knees and find a little bit of movement through the length of your spine. All the while, closing your eyes again. And then we'll move into our other side. Right leg is going to go back behind you. First, just for that calf stretch. So you're shifting your body weight back. You're palming into your mat, stretching the fingers out as wide as they will go. Close your eyes and breathe. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, you're shifting and elevating the right leg up to hip height. Inhale here, exhale knee to nose. Breathe in, stretch out. Exhale, knee to nose. And one more time. Now go back through the right leg. You're going to simply release the toes back down. Left foot moves over and off the mat. Right hand goes high for bar gate pose. Establish that foundation, that anchor point through your right foot, and then decide if you want to take that right arm longer, reaching it alongside the ear. Now dial your chest down a little bit. Release the right hand back into place at your mat. Bring those knees back in beneath the hips, and then we'll move into downward facing dog. And when you are in that downward dog, then move within downward facing dog. And after you've had a chance to move in that shape, find a still point and then move your breath within the shape. So as you draw your breath slowly into the body, deep and slow into the body, notice it moving up through the length of your torso as the diaphragm expands, and then just send it out again. And then shift your body weight into your left foot. Reach your right leg straight up and back behind you. Take a moment just to energetically press down through the left heel as you drive up through the right. Take another breath in, and as you exhale, draw that knee in toward the nose, just as you did in your tabletop, but set the foot forward onto your mat into lunge. Now we'll bring the back knee down onto our mat. Feel free to double pat it with a little extra cushion, and then both hands come high overhead. Now from here, release the right hand down just to set to the top of your thigh, and then focus a bit more on this lengthening through the left side of your body up through the fingertips, and maybe even taking the slightest lean over toward the right. Take another inhale here. As you exhale, create a fist with your left hand, pull that arm down, lift the back knee up, place your hand onto your mat, press gently to the top of that right thigh, inch your right foot farther over to the right, a nice wide lunge to get the full expanse of your wingspan as you reach your right hand high. Now take a shift to side plank. You're going to send that right foot back to join the left. Keep reaching up through the right fingertips. Establish your breath. Unstack your feet to that stagger to come back to high plank. Take a breath in, keep the knees lifted or lower them as you find Chaturanga Dandasana with your exhale. Cobra or upward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out as you make your way back to down dog. Take a few breaths in your downward dog. And then feel that shift of your body weight over into the right foot so that the left leg can rise up and back. Energetically press down through the heel, lift up through the other, take an inhale, knee toward nose and step. Yes, nice. Bring the back knee down onto your mat, add a little cushioning if you need it. Both hands rise high for low crescent lunge. Establish the rhythm of your breath. Take the left hand down and then reach higher through the right. Lean back, lean over just a little bit. Now create a fist with your right hand. Pull it down and intentionally place your hand to your mat. Pick up the back knee. Work that left foot out a little broader. Add your rotation and then reach. Left hand goes high. Yes. Gorgeous. I've never seen so many gorgeous spread right hands in my life. You know where we're headed, side plank. That's why you've established that foundation. Left hand keeps reaching high. Feet can stagger, they can stack. Don't be afraid to modify if you need to as well. Turn back to center, come back to that high plank, either moving through your connecting vinyasa or pausing and pulling back to down dog with a breath out. From downward dog, take a moment to lower back into that child's pose that you started with, the main priority being to offload your wrists. So what I'll suggest is just a slight bend to the elbows, and then first finger and thumb come in close to one another, maybe even touch one another in front of your head, palms of the hands down. The left hand's going to stay right where it's at. Right hand's going to come back by the foot, palm of your right hand open and up. Allow that right arm to feel fairly heavy. And then slide the right hand back into place ahead of you. Take the left hand back. Bringing the arm out a little broader if you need to so that you can feel pretty heavy. All right, left hand comes back. Find that full stretch through your hands to move back to tabletop, back to downward dog, and then take your time to get your feet forward to the top of your mat. Halfway lift on an inhale. Take a deeper stretch as you breathe out. Stand tall. Stretch your hands high overhead. Draw the palms to touch right down through to Anjali Mudra. Close your eyes here for a few moments. I really gotta quit the pack-a-day habit I've got here. For those of you that don't know me, you might think that I'm serious, but it's been a month now. I don't know what's going on with my voice, but I'm thinking of taking up smoking just to see if that helps the situation. Feel your feet beneath you, relax your arms at your sides, and then stretch your arms out and up overhead. Take a deep breath in, a slow descent into your Uttanasana, fold forward. Find that halfway lift, draw your breath in, emptied all the way out and fold back into the stretch. Pause there, slight tuck of chin toward your chest. And then lift just a little bit to heel toe your feet in close. Settle your hips down and back, building your chair, your Utkatasana. Hands rise high. Good. Now lift your drishti, your gaze up just a bit. Lift your arms as well. Take a deep inhale and then prana mudra, exhale, just a bend to your elbows. Now stand all the way up, straighten your legs, reach your hands high, dive forward and breathe out. Find that slight lift, take a breath in, exhale and anchor your hands, step back to plank or jump back to chaturanga, moving through your flow to downward facing dog. I actually fully blame Jason Diaz, who's in the room tonight, for this. So I'm just gonna point fingers right away. We took a trip to Crested Butte in early October, and he turned me on to candy cigarettes, okay? Now, I don't know if you guys remember these as a kid. I didn't think they made them anymore, but we stopped at a gas station that had them. So now I'm hooked, you know, and it was an entry drug. Now I'm on the real thing and I just can't stop. Inhale, right leg goes high. Exhale, knee to nose, pause this time. Press into your hands, pull the heel toward your bum. Now take this right leg, you're gonna go to plank, but you're gonna hover that right leg back behind you. So a little adjustment has to take place here. Body weight has to push back through the heel. Good. And then pull your knee back in toward your nose, curl the spine upward, step your right foot forward. Yeah, a little tougher. And then high Anjaneyasana. Breathe in, settle in with your breath out. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, right hand comes back, left hand extends forward. We're gonna guide that right hand down to touch fingertips to the back of your left thigh. Lift up a little higher through the left arm. Now create a fist with your left hand. You're going to come into your twist with your lunge. You're going to keep that left fist in place, lock that arm onto your thigh. Now cover your left fist with a right hand like a tablecloth. Just drape it over it. Neutral left wrist, press down against that fist. Deepen the twist a little bit here. Keep breathing. Keep lifting your abdomen up and away from your thigh. Bend the back knee a bit in transition. Come to your high position with the hands still held in place right before the heart space. And then go out and down, both fists now. Wiggle your fingers, free the hands, turn the palms skyward, take a deep inhale. Warrior 3. As you exhale, hands come to heart, shift, lift the left leg, flare your left toes. Excellent. Keep on breathing. Gradually, as slowly as you can, single leg stance. Last one there wins. Oh man. Okay, it's all about winning. So you know who you are if you did. Keep breathing, breathing, breathing. Flex the left foot, settle down into your seat with your chair hip opener. Now, right hand cups the heel of your left foot. Left hand comes over to the ball of that foot, and we just turn a little to the right. And we hold it together somehow. Keep breathing. Or we don't, we keep a sense of humor about it. Hands come to heart, come all the way up. Set that left foot down to the floor. Close your eyes, march your legs, march the feet out, 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 a little broader than the hips. And then relax your arms down, sway your hips a bit side to side. Deep inhale, arms up high overhead. Exhale, come into your fold. A little half lift to make space for that inhale, and then empty it back out as you fold in. And then lifting just enough to heel toe your feet in close. Build your Utkatasana, chair from the ground up. Good. Take an inhale, hands lifted high. And as you exhale, sit a little deeper, bring the arms down, back, and slightly out, away from the hips. Little lift up and out of your seat and settle in. One more time. Breathe in, breathe out. Rise tall, stretch up. Inhale, cactus, your arms. Exhale. Inhale, lift up, dive forward, breathe out. Halfway lift on a breath in. Anchor your hands, step back to plank or jump back to chaturanga. Moving through your connecting vinyasa. Left leg goes high to the sky. Take a strong breath in. Knee to nose. Exhale and pause. Good. Push the floor away. Oh, stay right there. No, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Plank pose. We just send that left leg back. Oh, right, that one. Yeah, that was a good time, wasn't it? And then we pull the knee back in toward the nose. We press into our hands. We make space to hopefully step that left foot forward. Come all the way up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take another inhale, and then left hand comes back behind you. Bring your arms to a T. So our left hand's just going to drop down and touch fingertips to the back thigh. Lift up a little higher through the right arm. Now create a fist with your right hand. You're going to draw that arm across to find your rotation. Prayer position, but with a fist of our bottom hand, we drape the tablecloth of our left hand over it. Fire up that back leg, kick back through your heel. Nice, Stacy. Breathe. Hands stay in this funkadelic shape that we've got them in. We come all the way back up, and then fists of power, down and out beside us. Go to warrior 3. Hands come into heart, shift, lift. Enliven your flying foot behind you. And then slowest one wins the race here. Come all the way up. Boy, there's nothing like a low lighted room in the evening to really mess with your balance. Cross your ankle, have a seat, come into your chair. Keep on breathing. Our left hand's gonna cup the heel. Twist a little. Bring that right hand over. Soften your jaw, slow your breath. Keep a sense of humor. Come all the way out of it. Oh, set your foot to the floor. Close your eyes. Do a little dance of relief. Oh, widen your feet out broader than your hips. Breathe in, raise your arms up high. Let's interlace our hands to the back and then draw the chest forward before coming into your fold. Now, as you release from this bind, drift your hands down toward the floor in front of your feet. Move your feet out just a little wider to come down into Malasana pose. And you're going to come into that full depth of it with just a tiny, tiny bit of a lift. Just kind of come down all the way and then push into your feet and find that hint of buoyancy through the pelvic floor. Awesome. And then we're going to release our left arm. We're going to stretch that shoulder down, reach the hand out wide, and then take your right hand up high. Come all the way back to center. Switch it up. Drop that right shoulder. Stretch the arm out. Left hand goes high. And then come back to center. Hands down to the floor. Hips up to the sky. Angle your heels straight on back. Grasp opposite forearms and allow your upper body to sway if that feels right for your body. Now release the hands down, work them to the space between your feet. Take a shift of your body weight over into that right foot and step the left foot way back into a lizard lunge. Now left hand's gonna come to your mat. You can also prop it up onto a block if you know you need a few extra inches here. Right toes turn out. Take a gentle press to the top of your right thigh. We're gonna move into a quad stretch from here. So lean forward a little bit, reach your right hand way out ahead of you. Get low first, bend your left knee, then arc your way up and back and capture your foot behind you. Allow yourself to kind of fall into that turn, take a breath in, and then square your chest back toward the top of the mat and exhale, maybe bending the left elbow. Now move a bit with your breath if you'd like, inhaling and exhaling center. Find a place to stay for just one more breath. And then as you release your foot, you're going to move your hand off the block if you're using it. You're going to keep this right foot out pretty wide, but pull the hips back as though you're moving toward half split. Keep the hands stretched out in front of you, perch up onto the finger pads, and just allow your head to kind of fall between the space of your arms. And then ease your way back toward that lizard position. Both hands are going to stay at the inside of your right foot. You're going to pick up this left foot, turn it sideways so that the shin is parallel to the end of your mat, And then just kind of open the body up for a gentle hip opener here. Utilize the back of your right upper arm to press outward gently to the right leg. Left hand's just stabilizing at the hip. Block can go under that right hand if you need it. Breathe. And then turn your way back to center. Now we're going to wiggle walk our right foot toward the very midline of our mat. Create your warrior two pattern through the feet, but then we're going to build our triangle from the ground up today. So you're going to start to straighten that leg, place a block beneath your right hand. If you'd like to under at the inside of the foot or the outside of the foot, your preference, and then just start to open into the shape. Left hand goes high. Much different approach than we usually take to get into this triangle shape. Just offering your body a little patience. Left hand's going to come back to stabilize at the hip. To rebend your right knee and then reverse your warrior. Come through warrior two. Stretch your arms out wide. Turn the palms of both hands upward. Now straighten the right leg as you reach both hands high overhead. And then open your arms, rebend your knee. Look to the palm ahead of you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open the arms, rebend your knee. One more time. Take one more inhale. Cartwheel your hands down as you exhale. Three-legged downward dog. Right leg goes high behind you. Bend your knee. Open your hip. Resist the temptation to drop the left underarm down lower than the right. Now take this right leg that is lifted, thread it all the way through for pigeon pose. Knee lands behind the right wrist. Shimmy your way back. Take a lift of your chest on an inhale, and then come at least halfway down into the stretch on your exhale. Only you know where you get the best stretch on any given day, and that might not be the very lowest point. It might be at that halfway or upright position. Again, to make your way back up to your hands, we're going to roll a little bit to the right so that you can grab that back leg, swing it all the way around, re-situate your legs for half Lord of the Fishes. So this left foot's going to hop over top of the right. We're going to turn right away toward the left, go high through the right hand, take a breath in, and then anchor that elbow into place to your outer thigh. Good. Now, a little adjustment here. I want you to take the palm of your right hand toward your upper chest. Might have to shift that elbow a little bit. Sit as tall as you can and feel the rise and fall of your breathing. It will definitely be a bit more shallow, but be willing to back off of that a little bit. The breath is not present. And then release. Hand comes away from the chest. Reach back up into the air with the right hand. Land it back behind you. And simply turn in the opposite direction to give yourself lots of space to draw that deep diaphragmatic breath in. And then we're going to turn a little bit back to center. We're going to use half moon as our transition here. So our left foot is our foundation. You kind of climb your way forward, take your time to untangle this right leg that's been quite bound up beneath you. Free it up into the air, into space. Right hand can go along with it. Go ahead. Chapasana variation. If you do want to take that quad stretch, you can add it here. And as you just hold for another breath or two, the example I give is this heavy snowfall that we've just received. I want you to think that snowfall is on your leg, your lifted leg. I want you to lift it up a little bit higher. Now come all the way down to a forward fold, both feet landing at the top of your mat. Come up slow at your leisure. Roll your way up. Stand tall, bra on your chest. Place your hands to the fronts of your thighs. And just celebrate your breath a few moments. And then let's go forward and up, arms alongside the ear. Take a deep inhale. Dive your way back down as you exhale. Halfway lift on an in-breath. Exhale a little deeper. Work your feet out very broad and walk your hands back between the feet. Now here we're going to sit the hips back, lift your chest forward. Take another breath, just activate the legs and then shift your body weight into that left foot so that you can step back into lizard with the right. Your right knee will come down, right hand can go to your mat or to a block. I love to have a block under my hand, just giving me a few extra inches for mobility. Left hand comes out ahead of you and then back behind you as you grab your foot. And if you bend your knee in that lower position, it can be a bit more comfortable on the kneecap. Now, once you have a good solid grip, breathe in, let the foot fall into the hand twist, and then pull heel to bum as you bow forward and exhale. And then just experiment a little bit with that, even if it's just a half inch of movement for you. And then as you release your foot, you're gonna turn the shin to parallel with the end of your mat. It's kind of like a side angle pose, but here on our knees. Again, block can go under the left hand. You're using your left arm to kind of press that inner thigh open. Right hand's just stabilizing at the hip. This will be a subtle stretch for most of us, but it's a really good place to start with playing with that energy of your left shin moving forward a little bit more and deepening that stretch. Yeah, nice. And then release all the way back to center. And as you do, allow the left leg to straighten. Hands will stretch way out ahead of you. Give a little shimmy, a little wiggle, anything that you need to recover and nourish your body. And then when you're ready to rebend that knee, you're gonna wiggle the foot to center line. Set your back foot into place for warrior two and come all the way up. No, we are not. I'm so sorry. We're building our triangle from the ground up. My goodness. Straighten your leg and then start to reach up high. Don't be afraid to use that block, especially if you feel compression in that low back. Good, breathe. And then just think of that little bit of traction, that decompression that might be able to happen at the right shoulder. The right hand comes back to your hip. And here we'll bend the knee, come all the way up into your reverse warrior. And then back to warrior two. Stretch out, turn the palms of the hands up. You're gonna take an inhale and straighten your leg, reach high, look up. And then exhale, look out to the palm of your hand. Get as expressive as you want to with this one. And then take an inhale, stretch out wide through your arms. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down and move to three-legged downward dog. With a bend in your knee, a release of your hip, circle your ankle, circle the leg before drawing that left leg through to pigeon pose. And then just working your way at least halfway down. Maybe all the way down. Bring your attention all the way in, the deepest layers of body. Beautiful. Slow your breathing way down. And then start to come back up to your hands, knowing that you're going to go to that half Lord of the fishes. From there, you're going to swing that leg around. Okay, and we've got right over left. Yeah, thank goodness. And left arm goes high, elbow to outer thigh. And a little different variation today. The palm of your left hand just comes toward your heart space. Just a reminder to breathe. Maybe the hand isn't right at the heart, but it's close. And then when you're ready, gently release, reach up, open up, turn in the opposite direction. Just kind of drape your right arm where it will rest easily, turn to the left. Lots of space for that diaphragmatic breath. And then as we come back to center, half moon from there. So you're going to plant the right foot. You're going to untangle your left leg, honoring this half moon that we have in the sky tonight. I'm a big moon nerd this month, so you're going to hear a lot about it. Chapasana quad stretch if you want to take that option. And then allow yourself to come down to forward fold near the top of your mat. Now from your forward fold, we're gonna move down through toes pose, and we're gonna come down all the way to a seat and then all the way onto our back for a few moments. So just give your knees a hug in toward your chest. And then lay your arms at your sides. I'm gonna take the lights down just a little so that they're not blinding you guys. Kick your feet straight up toward the ceiling and just think of stacking feet over knees, knees over hips, arms totally off duty. So your arms are relaxed at your side. So if you need to bend your knees a little bit to keep this place of sustainability through the legs, please do so. And by taking the lights down a little, I meant taking the lights down a whole lot, apparently. And then from here, you're gonna bend your knees to 90. Take the heels closer to your bum, place the soles of your feet down onto your mat, And your arms are still off duty aside from your shoulders and shoulder blades. I want you to tuck them in just a bit closer beneath you. Allow your back to naturally arch up and away from the floor. Press down through your feet and bring the hips up toward bridge pose. But leave the arms out of the equation. Take another breath here. And then lower your hips back down. You're gonna scoot your feet in just a little closer to one another, not touching, but tiny bit closer than the hips. Shoulders are still tucked in underneath you so that you have that little bit of arch, that lift of your chest. And then you're gonna take the hips back up to bridge pose. Now feel a shift of your body weight come into your left foot, down through the entirety of that foot. Roll toward the ball of your right foot, and then just pull the right knee upright, and then extend your right foot high. Breathe, breathe, breathe. With your right leg lifted just as it is, slowly lower your hips down to kiss the mat, and then press back up. Good. And then lower your hips to kiss, lift, reverse this process, bend your knee, take the right foot down, both feet equally, and then lower your hips down. Breathe a deep breath, maybe a sigh of relief. Allow your body to rest and reset at center before our second side. And then press down, lift the hips, feel the body weight, transition to the right foot. You just pull the heel of your left foot up, and then you lift the left knee, kick the left foot up high, take a breath in, slowly lower the hips down to kiss the ground, and then lift straight up through the sole of your left foot. And then do that one more time. Lower down, press up, reverse the process. Bend your knee, bring the foot down, bring both feet flat, and then hips down onto your mat. Work your feet out wider. Take some windshield wipers of your knees side to side. And then bring the knees upright once again. As long as your low back isn't saying something like, yeah, that's enough for me, I'm good, I need a little bit of relief. Urdhva Dhanurasana, full wheel pose, hands come in underneath the shoulders. Lift your hips up high, full extension through the arms. Now, if your low back is saying that's enough, draw knees to chest, happy baby. You can move right on into that. If you're in your full wheel pose, we'll work a little bit with a single leg lift. So you're going to shift the body weight into that left foot, doing this just like that bridge pose. We bend the knee, we kick the foot high, and then we reverse that process. And we do the same thing on the other side before we can talk ourselves out of it. And when you're ready to come down, come all the way down. Sprawl out a little bit. And follow that with constructive resting pose. So the feet are out wide, the knees knock in to touch one another. So space your feet accordingly. And then spinal twist from there. Full extension of your left leg out on your mat. Right knee comes in and across the body. Build upon that anything that you would like to add. And then come back to center. Perhaps give both knees a little hug in between sides. And then switch it up. And then come back to center. And as you do, incorporate anything else, any final movements that you would like tonight. And if you're not feeling led right away into anything, perhaps the Shavasana is where it's at. As you settle fully in, allow yourself to entertain the possibility that of all the things that you've done today, these next few moments might be the most potent, the most significant. The undoing. Begin to reestablish your connection to the rhythm and sensation of your breathing. Not necessarily changing it too much, just heightening your awareness. And then adjusting accordingly. And then begin to reawaken some small movements through your body, fingers, toes. Take a little bigger movement with a stretch, if you'd like, of your arms up and alongside your ears. And then as you are ready to get there, we're going to actually close in a kneeling seat today. So take your time, bring the knees to chest, rock, roll. Because today is December 1st, and I believe that superstition does have a place in this world, we've got to do rabbit pose. So we'll do a little bit of a modified rabbit pose. So first, just finding a kneeling seat, resting your hands to your thighs. Feel the full length of your spine, the full height up through the head. And then take your time to gradually hinge at your hips to bring the head down and to place your hands down to the ground near your knees. And then lifting with the hands still supporting here, palming the floor. You might have to adjust where they're positioned. You're going to draw the head in quite close and just start to lift your hips and roll a little to the top of your head. Not bringing a lot of your body weight over the head, but just getting a little gentle stretch. Settling back into a child's shape for just a moment. And while you're there, if you'd like to rock the head a little side to side, if you're having some sinus discomfort, like yours truly, it can sometimes feel nice to do so. Let the whole body kind of rock right and left as well. And then guide your way, when you are ready, nice and slow, back up to that kneeling upright seat. Bring your seat to an upright position. Place your hands together at heart. Intentionally place your breath down into your body. And then take a shift of the base of your thumbs up high on your forehead. A little additional lift of your chin. One more very deep breath in. And a gentle bow as you exhale. Thank you so very much for joining me this evening. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for joining in studio, and thank you to those joining online. It's great to have you. Hope to see you in person soon.